So where is this tranquil place to rest the weary mind? The bed of firm samadhi, undisturbed by mental wandering. Okay, so samadhi means single-pointed concentration, and we have that as a mental factor. One meaning of the word samadhi refers to a mental factor which we have now, which we want to be able to develop. And when he's talking about resting the weary mind, that is referring to the term jine, which I translate as serenity, but many people translate as calm abiding. So a peaceful place to rest the mind, a calm abiding. Yeah. I think translating it as calm abiding, you don't really get the meaning of what's going on. I don't know if serenity is better. I mean, a serene mind, I think is better. You know, tranquility. So this is, of the three higher trainings, ethical conduct and concentration and wisdom. This pertains to the second one. So we cultivate serenity, or samadhi, based on ethical conduct, and it then helps us in the development of wisdom. Okay? So they say that when you want to realize emptiness, yeah, your wisdom knows the object to negate, and your samadhi is able to stay on that absence of that object without wavering. So they say it's like somebody trying to chop down a tree, and you have some experience with this. Okay, so you need strength to move the axe. That's like the concentration. But you need to hit the same point again and again. So that's like the wisdom that knows exactly what you're negating. Okay, if you don't know what you're negating, and you're trying to, you know, it's like cutting down a tree, and sometimes your axe goes here, and sometimes it goes here. You know, when the saws are dull, this is what happens. Yeah. And if you lack strength, you know, it's like, you know, nothing's going to happen. So similar in our meditation, we need the strength of the samadhi to do it. In the Pali Canon, they speak of 5 hindrances to samadhi. In Maitreya's works, they speak of 5 hindrances. They're slightly different. Well, yeah, more than slightly different. But we have to eliminate all of them, and that all comes to the same point. Yeah. So in the Pali tradition, you know, first one is sensual desire, the mind always wandering off to things of pleasure. Second one is ill will, you know, when we're just fed up and we're angry. And third one is, they often do it sloth and torpor, but I have another translation. What is it now? Yeah, it's on the lethargy is the one we often use in the other list. But it's the same idea, you know. It's your mind is dull, and they use dullness in there, you know. The mind is dull, without energy, can't hold the object of meditation. Blah. Okay. Next one is restlessness and regret. And so that's when the mind is flitting from object to object. And regret, where we're regretting things we did in the past, or things that we should do but haven't done yet, things like that. And the last one is, what? Doubt, yes, where you do not know, is this the right way to meditate? Is it the wrong way to meditate? Will I develop samadhi? Is it possible? Maybe not. Okay? So we have to slowly work through those. You know, that's the presentation in the Pali Canon. In Maitreya's text, then you have the 5 hindrances. You have laziness, and not staying on the object, and laxity and excitement, and not applying the antidote and over-applying the antidote. So to them, for the first one, which is laziness, which we are all very familiar with, at least I am, then there's there's 8 antidotes to these 4 of them apply to this first one. Yeah, so you have to have faith in the practice. You know, we talked about faith a few days ago. So some kind of faith coming from understanding, you know, faith in the practice, and energy and pliancy. Oh, faith and then admiration. Admiration for the practice, then energy to attain it, and then pliancy, which is the mind that is very flexible, that you can apply on an object and keep it there. For the one of losing the object, then you have to apply mindfulness, which is what keeps your mind on the object. For excitement and laxity, we apply introspective awareness, which notes the presence of those two, and then we have to apply the respective antidote actually for those two. For not applying the antidote, like when you should, you've noticed you have an obstacle, but you keep on with it. This is such a nice daydream. Yeah, then the antidote is to apply the remedy, and for over-applying it means you keep on applying the antidote even after you've calmed the mind down. Then it's not, you know, kind of resting the mind from applying the antidote. Okay, so we you know, have to practice this very diligently to gain, you know, to deepen our concentration. They say if you want to really attain samadhi, you have to be in a retreat situation, and the situation has to be one with certain requisite factors. Yeah, it can't just be going off and living somewhere. It has to have a whole set of proper factors. But in our daily practice, we can certainly try to improve our concentration, but we shouldn't expect that we're going to gain full-fledged serenity while, you know, having a life with many different kinds of activities. Yeah, you need to, in the retreat, keep your life extremely simple and not think about any other things, really, to gain that. Okay? But the chief thing is, you know, I mean, we need to do many things along the path. If you develop concentration, but you haven't accumulated merit and done purification, and you don't know the Lam Rim very well, then, you know, your practice is really missing something, because you may have concentration, but you don't know how to apply it. Yeah. So that's, I think, one of the reasons why His Holiness really encourages us to do a lot of analytical meditation, to learn the Lam Rim very well, because as you understand the Lam Rim, it begins to take the air out of your distractions in your meditation. Yeah, because, you know, when you meditate on the Lam Rim, you see, oh, my daydreams are really dumb, you know, no use spending my time on them. And, you know, holding grudges is useless, so, you know, let's apply the antidotes and develop some fortitude. So you really learn how to work with your mind through the thought training teachings and the Lam Rim, and that will help your concentration. Yeah. Although, like I said, to develop full-fledged concentration, you really need this special setting to do it in. Yeah, so somebody, you know, who did many years of single-pointed meditation in India, then came back here and said to you, I have to start all over in the Lam Rim, because she didn't have that foundation. Yeah, she could only go